Humans, as we know ourselves today, haven't always been around. Our story begins millions of years ago with early hominids in Africa. These were not yet humans, but our ancient ancestors. Imagine a world without humans, only tall grasses and vast savannas. This is where our ancestors took their first steps. They lived as hunter-gatherers, dependent on nature for survival. Life was difficult, a constant struggle for food, water, and safety. Yet these early humans possessed the seeds of something extraordinary, the ability to learn, adapt, and evolve. This would set the stage for the remarkable journey of human civilization. Around 70,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. A change in the human brain led to what we call the cognitive revolution. We developed complex language, the ability to think abstractly, and to form social bonds. Imagine being able to share your thoughts, dreams, and fears with others. Language allowed humans to connect, cooperate, and transmit knowledge across generations. This ability to share information revolutionized our capacity for innovation. With language, humans could plan hunts, share knowledge about plants, and warn each other about dangers. This cognitive leap set us apart from other animals and propelled us towards civilization. For millennia, humans lived as nomads, moving from place to place in search of sustenance. Around 10,000 years ago, this way of life underwent a dramatic shift, the agricultural revolution. Humans began to cultivate crops and domesticate animals. This marked a turning point in our history. We moved from relying on nature's bounty to controlling it. We settled in one place, built villages, and formed communities. The agricultural revolution led to food surpluses, which in turn fueled population growth and the development of settled societies. It also laid the foundation for the rise of cities and civilizations. Section 4. The Rise of Empires, Mesopotamia and Egypt. With the development of agriculture, humans began to form larger and more complex societies. These evolved into the first civilizations in Mesopotamia and Egypt, around 5,000 years ago. These early civilizations flourished along river valleys, where fertile land supported large populations. They developed writing systems, mathematics, astronomy, and impressive architecture, like the pyramids of Egypt. These societies weren't just about survival. They were hubs of innovation and rich culture. They developed governments, laws, and social hierarchies. This era marked the beginning of organized human civilization as we know it today. Section 5. A world-connected exploration and conquest. As civilizations grew, so did their interactions with each other. Trade routes were established, and cultural exchanges began to flourish. These interactions were not just limited to the exchange of goods, but also included the sharing of knowledge, traditions, and innovations. The ancient world was a melting pot of ideas and cultures, each influencing the other in profound ways. The desire for resources, knowledge, and power led to exploration and, unfortunately, conquest. Explorers set sail across uncharted waters, while caravans traversed vast deserts and mountains. These journeys were perilous, often fraught with danger, but the potential rewards were immense. The quest for new lands and riches drove many to take great risks. From the voyages of the ancient Greeks to the Silk Road connecting East and West, the world became increasingly interconnected. The Silk Road in particular was a vital artery of commerce and culture, linking distant civilizations and facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. It was a testament to human ingenuity and the desire to connect with others. Empires like the Roman Empire, the Mongol Empire, and later European colonial powers expanded their reach across continents. These empires were built on the foundations of exploration and conquest, and their legacies are still felt today. They reshaped the world, creating new political and cultural landscapes that have endured through the centuries. This led to the exchange of ideas, goods, and technologies, but also to conflict and the displacement of people. The movement of peoples and the clash of cultures often resulted in wars and upheavals. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there was also progress and innovation, as different societies learned from one another and adapted to new realities. This age of exploration and empire building shaped the geopolitical landscape and laid the groundwork for the interconnected world we live in today. The boundaries drawn and the connections made during this period have had lasting impacts, influencing modern trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchanges. It was a time of great change, setting the stage for the globalized society we now inhabit. Section 6. The Machine Age, the Industrial Revolution. The 18th century witnessed a revolution that would transform human civilization unlike any before, the Industrial Revolution. This period marked a significant turning point in history, as it introduced new technologies and methods of production that changed the way people lived and worked. It began in Britain with the invention of machines like the steam engine and the power loom. These innovations allowed for greater efficiency and productivity, enabling industries to produce goods on a scale never seen before. These inventions revolutionized manufacturing, leading to mass production and a shift from manual labor to machine-driven industry. The introduction of assembly lines and mechanized processes meant that products could be made faster and more consistently. Factories sprang up, cities grew at an unprecedented rate, and people migrated from rural areas to urban centers in search of work. This urbanization led to the development of new social structures and economic systems. The Industrial Revolution brought about significant changes in society, including new social classes, increased wealth, but also new challenges like pollution and social inequality. The rapid industrial growth led to environmental degradation, and the working conditions in factories were often harsh and dangerous. Despite these challenges, the Industrial Revolution laid the foundation for the modern world, influencing every aspect of contemporary life. Section 7. The Digital Age and Beyond. The latter half of the 20th century ushered in the Information Age, also known as the Digital Age. This era marked a significant shift from traditional industry to an economy based on information technology. The development of early computers, such as the ENIAC and UNIVAC, laid the groundwork for the digital revolution that was to come. The invention of the computer and the internet transformed the way we communicate, work, and live. From the first email sent in 1971 to the rise of social media platforms, our world has become more interconnected than ever before. The digital landscape has evolved rapidly, with each decade bringing new innovations and possibilities. Information became readily available, global communication instantaneous, and technological advancements occurred at a rapid pace. The advent of smartphones and mobile internet has put the world at our fingertips, enabling us to access information and connect with others from virtually anywhere. We are now living in a world increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence, automation, and globalization. AI technologies are being integrated into various sectors, from healthcare to finance, enhancing efficiency and creating new opportunities. Automation is transforming industries, leading to both challenges and advancements in the workforce. As we stand at the cusp of further technological advancements, the future of human civilization remains unwritten. Researchers and engineers are constantly pushing the boundaries of what is possible, exploring new frontiers in fields such as quantum computing, biotechnology, and space exploration. The choices we make today regarding technology, sustainability, and social equality will determine the course of our journey in the centuries to come. It is imperative that we consider the ethical implications of our technological advancements and strive to create a future that is inclusive, equitable, and sustainable for all.